All right, I guess we're live. So welcome back to the D&D weekly playtest stream live. I'm Mike Mearls. I'm the Dungeon Master, and with me this week are Roddy Thompson.
Hello.
Peter Lee.
Hello.
Greg Bilsand. And James Wyatt.
Hi.
So as we have to mention at the beginning of each of these streams, we are required to inform you that this is part of the D&D next playtest. So by watching this, you're agreeing to our open playtest agreement, the OPTA. And so you can find full details at D&D.
Forgot to bring the text this time, didn't you?
Yeah, right. All the things. I did bring the stat blocks though for monsters you're going to fight this time.
Yeah, that seems mildly more important.
Yeah, but basically, by watching this, you're taking part in the playtest, and there's an agreement that basically boils down to: please don't take our playtest stuff and try to sell it as your own. I'm sure there's more in there. So, in any case, we also might swear. We swore twice last week.
Sorry.
After making fun of me for my legal statement about the swearing.
So don't swear unless you have to.
Yeah.
James.
Get it all out this morning, Wyatt.
It's the ones you don't suspect.
That's right.
James has the most foul mouth in the group.
Yeah, he's like a sailor around the office.
Not.
Constant stream.
So not true.
Hey, my family's watching.
So when last we left off, you had been entered into an alliance of sorts with a mysterious creature whose identity and nature you're not really sure about. But it bid you to go and bring to it alive the High Priestess, who is active in this place. You battled a number of orcs by the front gate leading into this complex. Now, to be fair, they set their own flame cannon on fire, but you pushed it into them before it exploded.
Greg.
Hey, it was Chris Sims playing my character. So
you're
I'm at least 3 steps removed from that.
You were able to defeat the orcs, and you were told that the passage south in this chamber leads to your destination, leads to your quarry, leads to your target. So we come back to playing, we zoom back to our situation. The final orc has just fallen before your weapons.
I have 3 things I have to do. 1, I go back to my crossbow where I dropped it in the hallway and I pick it up and lovingly stroke it to make sure it's not damaged before I put it on my back.
All right.
2, I pull out my potion of longevity, unwrap it from its wrappings and make sure it hasn't broken. And then I wrap it back up and put it in my pouch. 3, I need to spend hit dice.
So
Spend an hour rest. Did we get that?
we did that previously, but we haven't done it now since the fight, because we literally just killed the last
You
orc,
literally just killed the last orc, and there was an enormous loud explosion, and now there are a number of orc cries you can hear coming from outside, and a general hubbub. It's a pretty loud boom.
Time to rest.
Perhaps now is not the time to rest.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work out very well.
We should sink our roots down into the chamber back where we had walked through last time.
Well, they might start searching for us. We could continue on and try and catch them unaware.
I think at this point the jig is pretty well up, so we should just head towards the priestess,
Danger.
or where we think the priestess is.
Perhaps the meat pie thing will work again.
You know, I am quite the meat pie enthusiast, but we'll see.
What happened to all these orcs? Oh, they
had some bad meat pies. They had a bad meat pie and then burst into flames.
They were trying to cook meat pies using the killing thing.
Right. Meat pies are a very important part of this adventure, apparently. All right, so I don't think we have time to heal up, but for those of us that are pretty badly hurt, can you do anything for us?
I think that I can. The flower makes no judgment on who it heals.
That's great. I'm only a little bit wounded. I'm basically down about a third.
I'm down about half.
All right.
And that's kind of a lot for you because you're a fighter, right?
A little bit, hopefully I'll have.
And I understand you have a potion of longevity.
Oh my god.
That's a play.
I'm gonna start bartering.
All right. I think let's see.
Someday I'm going to need that.
I have a potion of shortgevity. It's called my short sword, and I will stab you with it if you don't heal me.
And then how are you going to get your cures?
That's a good point.
Shortgevity.
Shortgevity.
I like it.
Yeah. It's actually, I have 2 short swords. One's named Short, and the other one's named Jevity.
All right.
That was terrible.
And yet I laughed.
By the power of the radiant flower, up to 6 living creatures of your choice within range each gain 1d6 plus 6 hit points.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Now, what spell did you just cast?
prayer of healing.
Prayer of healing, okay.
Do we get to
It's
roll
a
the
second
next
level spell. Yeah, sure, you guys.
1d6
I will-
plus 6, you say?
Yeah, 1d8 plus 6.
1d8.
Do we roll?
And,
Do we roll it once or?
Yeah, it's just a one-time.
So
thing.
it's 1d8 plus 6. Somebody should roll that, and then we all get that much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the range on that again?
You get 12. 12.
Okay, we get
I'll
12.
intervene. The intervene.
17 feet.
How are you rolling?
Oh.
I'm taking the 12.
I'm taking the 12 that the DM just gave us.
You, though, don't get the 12. Did you just roll a 1? You get the 7.
Okay. I don't need the. Oh, yeah, I do.
You're trying to be nice to
John
him.
and Chris
This is what you
Sims
do.
and.
Yeah, the
You know,
DM's
my
being
hit
nice.
points.
That's a rare enough occasion. We should roll with that.
All right.
I think maybe Greg wasn't fully listening.
Yeah.
Probably because I kept asking
I
him to
started
look
saying
stuff up in this
because you were cawing in his
Sorry,
ear
I'm used
there.
to
the whole-
DMing and not listening to my players, so when I'm on the other
Oh.
side, sorry for any of my players that are watching.
So what level spell is that?
That's a second level spell.
Second level.
What else do you guys want to do?
I don't know. That actually got me up to full, so I'm
not
good.
complain about more healing. I'm still down 13.
I'm down 11.
It might be more important.
Yeah, I want to save a few spells for combat.
Yes.
Have you used your
I'm
second
not-
one yet?
I have not used my second one, so I think I'm pretty good.
Why don't I hold on to them for now? And I'll use a prayer of healing in our next combat if we have one. If we have one, hypothetically,
Oh.
if there's any combat.
I'm just gonna talk our way through the rest of this adventure. So.
Yeah, right.
Meat pies.
Meat pies, meat pies, meat
Here's
pies, meat pies.
the door to the south.
Alright. Well, so only a few seconds have passed, so I think we should probably head out of here. The sounds of the orcs that we're hearing, which direction are they coming from?
They're coming from outside.
Coming from outside?
Yeah.
Alright, so I jammed the mechanism in this one room. You said it'd probably take a minute or so.
Yep.
Was there another door on the other side of the...
There's 2 gates, so there's two ports
There's 2 gates?
Off.
Okay, now what I want to do is, if we have just a second, I want to run in there and basically do the same thing in there.
Make an intelligence check to.
Okay, will this count as like disarming a trap?
Yeah.
Okay. Poof. Okay, that's not great. That is only a 7.
All right, you're able to disarm it. It's not clear how easy it'll be to repair it, but
Okay.
it's disarmed.
Alright.
Or disabled.
Disabled, right? So that should buy us a few seconds anyways. So the flamethrower thing exploded last time. Are there any like shards of metal? I'm looking for like a piece of metal that I could maybe use to wedge under a door.
Sure.
To
Yeah.
basically
Here,
like a door spike.
One came out when Greg healed me.
Okay, in that case, what I'd like to do is, if we're going to go through that door to the south, I would like to see if I could take a few moments to basically spike all the doors in this room. There was the one we came through. Plus
Sure, it's going to
the-
take a couple minutes, but you can do that.
We'll all pitch in.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically spike the doors.
All right. Yeah, takes you like a minute or 2 of work. You're able to like spike those doors shut.
Okay, great. And then we're going to go through the south door.
All
Oh,
right.
shoot, I just spiked that one. Sorry.
Can't take you anywhere.
Heading through it, can I check up traps? Okay. Oh my goodness, I hope there's not any traps because that is exactly a 4.
Well, I think I trust my adopted brother. I will open the door.
Regal,
I'm sure there are no traps on that because Regal wouldn't make such a mistake.
Yeah.
The door opens easily, and you see a short passageway, maybe about 30 or 40 feet, extending to the south and ending in another set of doors.
Okay. All right, I think we're going to creep ahead. I think we're going to keep you in the front, probably.
Sure.
And
Bring up the rear.
yeah, and then the 2 of us in the middle.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. You come to you walk down. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's a couple statues here set up flanking the long passageway, but they all look like they've been defaced fairly thoroughly.
Statues.
Should we tie them up?
Any indication they're like humans?
Yeah, the humanoid forms. Yeah.
Any indication of what they were decided for that?
You could take a moment and inspect them if you want.
I would like to.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Does cultural or political lore come into this? 8.
The lesser known statue lore skills that you're missing.
If only they had taken the statue for
I'm writing that one in. All right. Well, if we can make it down the hall to the door, okay, I'll check this one for traps.
All right.
That's a little bit better. 14.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right.
I'll open the door.
Right, the door slides open. Place yourselves in your marching order in the entryway that is furthest from me.
What's
Right
this?
Grid? And I'm trying out some new stuff this time.
So, should we get on the map?
No.
Or, okay.
Do we have a camera that all shows us?
I think we set up one there.
Right. Okay. Here's what you see.
Our community manager, Trevor Kidd, is on it.
You see a woman in armor standing back here.
Does she have a scarred face?
Yes, she does.
Is she alive?
Currently, yes. There are two braziers here and here. There's a grand tapestry hanging behind the woman. It has a profane holy symbol stitched into it. It's probably a holy symbol of, let's see, we're in Greyhawk, so I'll say Hexter, why not?
Yeah.
The
Makes sense.
That far ahead. And then there are two orcs, heavily armored, wielding great glaives. And you can barely see over here in the shadows lurking is another orc. The door slides open, and the orcs snarl and brandish their weapons at you. So now we're kind of trying something a little bit different this time. So I've been looking around as far as general role-playing games, trying to get ideas for like how to like make more interactive environments. So what I've done is on the DM screen, you can see clipped here are 4 different elements of the room that are interesting and noteworthy in some way. So I basically clipped them up here just to remind the players that if they're looking at the map, there are going to be some elements like you might, for instance, these are Dungeon Command tiles I'm using. There is an altar there, but as a player, you might just think, oh, that's just difficult terrain. So what I'm doing with these signs up here is just to remind the players as I look around to also remember, hey, there are these 4 interesting things that are here. Otherwise, it's basically bare stone. There's also other stuff you could sort of think about, hey, if I want to do something clever with like something that's not up here. But these are just kind of here to kind of spark more tactical thinking about how you can use the environment and things like that. And I've also on the back made notes to myself about mechanical effects. So when a player wants to do something, I can just pop it and just look at the back to refer to what could happen. So why don't we roll for initiative?
I have to say these Dungeon Command tiles are quite well designed.
I have to say, as I was assembling the map, the handcrafted workmanship. I know the two of you put a lot of time into making all those sets, and I was very impressed.
Pete did design the layout of all these tiles.
Right, so
So you know what the altar does?
Wriggle, what'd you get?
14.
Okay. What's your modifier?
+4.
Okay. Let's see if I can remember everyone's character's name. Tree, what'd you get?
13.
Who else got the 13? That's the law.
Yeah, that's the law of initiatives,
Everyone
right?
has ties.
There's a 20-point
that's a thing
variance, and
Okay.
someone has to tie it.
And now I'm going to break the game for a second. So I am legendary for when I forget the names of things. I just make up names immediately. So Hansel.
Hansel, he's so hot right now.
What is your character's name? I know it's not Hansel.
Okay.
Actually, he
Rakesh.
was hot. Actually, about 20 minutes ago
Yeah.
Got a 23.
Okay.
What was hot?
when you were on
Hansel.
fire.
Oh.
You had a weird name, like Signature.
Griddle.
Signature?
No, ABR.
What?
ABR.
Oh, ABR. What would you get?
So
And I have a
close.
6.
So close.
Okay.
Signature.
Signature?
Shared several vowels.
Is that like ABR like a acronym?
Yes, it actually stands for anything but regular.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because I had written down as IDR last week. So I didn't have my notes from last week. You had a little sheet with everyone's names on it, and I couldn't find it, so I probably accidentally threw it out. So there you go. All right, so I will actually use your real names from here on out. Okay, so Rakesh, the door slides open silently, and you see before you the orcs brandishing their weapons and snarling. What do you wish to do?
I wish to run up to the brazier on the left and dump it in the face of the orc standing behind it.
All right, so why don't you...
That's the tapestry.
Oops, that's oh, I thought I arranged them like brazier, tapestry, altar. Oh no.
That's the altar.
That's the altar. That's the altar. Can I get it
That's
right?
very good.
Yay. All right. So, moving now, each square is 5 feet. And I know Pythagoras is spinning in his grave, but let's just do diagonals as 5 feet because I don't want to have to track it. And the difficult terrain is 5 extra feet. And those little triangles, those little stairs there.
6. Now, in the latest version of the Monk, I was happy to see that I have Step of the Wind.
Okay.
However, I have no key lift. Damn it.
So you run, and you're like 5 feet away from it. You're only 5 feet away from it. If you want to throw at it, you could try that. Not to tell you what to do, but
I got nothing to throw.
Oh, your crossbow.
No!
His precious
fire? Are you
crossbow.
You could just take a shot with your crossbow and then save the brazier for next round.
I suppose I will do that. I will pull out my crossbow as I move.
Okay. Who are you do that? Or what are you going to shoot at?
I'm going to shoot at the orc behind the brazier.
All right.
Are there like leaping flames?
Yes. Oh, yeah. They're roaring, yeah. And he's going to have cover from it because it's like right in your way and the flames are flickering right in front of it.
I want to shoot through the flames, see if I can light my coral on fire.
You think this is please.
An awesome movie? Come on!
Well, it might be covered with oil after our last adventure.
That's true. Actually, it's pretty short. I did get a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Do you want me to roll with disadvantage?
No, that covers
minus 2.
It's 2.
Yeah, it covers -2, so.
Okay.
Include the -2?
He takes 11 damage.
Did you include the -2?
I did not. So 17. with
That
minus
will
2.
miss.
Oh.
What the heck is he wearing?
He's wearing
It's heavily armored.
Plate mail and shit.
Yeah. Plate mail and big old glaive. Which sees what you get there,
Use
Jen.
me
See,
some of
direct
that
plate mail.
plate mail.
All right. So I will actually return, and I'll try to remember that this is one of the braziers. That's hilarious. I thought, I'd be clever. I'll put the braziers on the outside, so I look at the map. I know exactly where everything is. And that's where myself. All right. So the cleric in the back. Let's see.
Cleric in the back.
Her.
She gestures at. Rakesh has had the temerity to approach.
This is what I always do. Win initiative and run into danger.
I'm going to be using another
Gestures
of
at you.
my cure lights, aren't I?
So that assumes he survives.
A
I will
shimmering
regrow your limbs.
morning
like a
star
prince.
appears next to you and attacks you.
This is a very spiritual experience.
I know that spell.
Have you been enlightened?
But only a 12.
That will miss. I
Okay.
easily dodge out of its way.
But it is now attacking you. You can see it still glows and continues to swing and attack you.
You will regret that, ma'am.
I love that you're still very polite. Pardon
That's
me.
actually really important in the
Scarlet
Scarlet Brotherhood. Yeah, they teach
Especially
manners
religious.
first.
She's the priest of Hextor. You know, that's all right by me.
At the back of the room has not yet entered. You all notice something very strange. Rakesh goes running up, makes an attack, and you can't hear anything. Like he's just silently moving, and you see the priestess gestures and says something, and you can't hear any of it.
That's weird.
Okay, the next up is Wriggle. Your turn.
Okay. All right. I am going to go 5, 10, 20, 25. And I'm actually going to use my cunning action to move again.
Okay.
So 10, 15. I'll move to here.
Okay.
And I'm actually this guy. You missed with that shot earlier, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm actually going to use my action to help James, to help Rakesh attack this guy. So basically, trying to give him advantage.
Okay.
Use the help action, basically.
Does that just give advantage automatically?
I'm basically what I'm trying to do is distract him and make it so that Rakesh will have advantage. So that
What do I do?
you don't.
Nothing. It's
You
just
say,
an
you
action
say
he
if
can
that's
take.
acceptable. You say.
Oh, sure, yeah, you can do that. And so he'll
Yes.
have advantage on his next attack against him?
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
Yeah. The help action lets me give him advantage on an attack or a check, but I'm just describing what I'm doing, and you.
Oh, so because I could just say no.
Well, if
I could say you take 50 damage.
Well, if I was back
You are
here.
the dungeon master,
I could if I wanted to no longer be DM.
and all the players leave the game.
Run the table. Make a strength check. Good.
Well, if I was, what I'm trying to say is,
No, oh yeah, you can. He looks really bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
When you come charging in, take a few. You can get up close to
Yes.
him and distract him. Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Totally acceptable.
I'm imagining a live stream game called The Loneliest Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Who just DMs to an empty table.
That would be me when I was 12.
Oh.
Tree, it's your turn. You're living in the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire, not especially when you're 12. Not the best place to go to the D&D player.
Pretending that you didn't ask about the silence spell before the game, can I see if I can make an intelligence check to figure out what's going on with Rakesh up there?
Sure, if you have a knowledge related to magic or anything, you can use that too.
That would
So,
be...
did I hear anything?
You were intent on. I mean,
I called out in mockery to the priestess.
oh, you can. You do have no idea that anything weird is happening.
Okay.
You rushed up and attacked.
Weird.
I don't have magical aura, but I do have intelligence, but not a good roll. So that's only a 5.
Yeah, it could be that all of you have suffered severe head trauma and are now slowly dying.
And forgotten that we
deafness is the
suffered
first,
that trauma.
The first,
Yeah.
first symptom.
Well, I discovered from watching the live stream last time that apparently Bless is an awesome spell.
Stop using your metagame knowledge. Wait.
So I'm going to attempt to cast Bless.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'll move up. 1, 2, 1, 2. And yeah, cast Bless.
You find you're unable to talk from there.
Can I still have move?
You still moving, yeah. Because remember, you can move, take your action. So you immediately just try making the noise and nothing.
Yeah.
So you immediately.
So if I step back, can I?
You still
don't make any noise. Okay.
You have any movement left?
I don't. So I will just pull out a javelin and heave it out with that orc, I guess.
All right. Roll it. Now, would he get advantage on the attack, or is it just you pick your?
I'm specific. Like I've picked Rakesh. I'm specifically trying to help
Okay.
him.
Yeah, no,
You can aid another creature in one of its attacks against a creature within 5 feet of you.
So you pick the recipient. Okay, no, that makes sense. You wouldn't want like the orc to. I throw a pebble at him to use the disadvantage.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be a pole.
But that's only going to be a 13 against AC.
It bounces right off his thick plate armor.
Yep. All right, I'm done.
All right, the orcs are now going to attack the orc.
I still had that 3rd level spell slot to spell magic. Could be really nice.
The orc next to Wriggle is going to swing his glaive in a deadly
Seems like
arc.
I just need to move 2 squares forward.
He gets a 15.
15 is a hit.
Okay. You take. We don't have average damage. I have to roll it.
Oh, yeah, okay, but I guess I wouldn't know that.
Oh, because actually it is important. 12 damage, and you are knocked prone.
Okay, I'm actually going to use my evasion special ability to
Okay.
have that as a reaction. So I take 6 damage, but I'm still not prone, right?
Yeah, that's interesting, because the ability here says if the attack deals 8 or more damage, you fall prone.
Oh,
but
then-
you reduced it to 6, so
I
I would
reduced
say
it to
you're
6,
not
so
knocked prone.
I'm
Yeah,
prone.
there you go.
Cool.
That's pretty simple.
Awesome.
You can do that. Sweet. All right, so he attacks. The orc has a reach, since he has a reach weapon. The one
The other one.
is just going to turn and attack you.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to skewer you also. He gets a 22.
That will hit.
Take 12 damage. What
Right, I do
are the
actually-
chances of that? 1 in 100.
Yeah, right. I do actually take 12 damage. So,
Right, so you're knocked prone. And then this orc off to the side.
You may be in trouble.
Oh, do prone people have grant advantage to attackers?
Yes.
Okay. He's like, hey, look, advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. He likes advantage. He's gonna take it.
If I was higher level, I wouldn't grant advantage.
Actually, it only grants advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Just move him
Jason.
up the way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3,
Now, wait a
4.
minute.
He can move up.
An attack roll against the creature has disadvantage unless the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature, so he doesn't have advantage.
You're talking. That's the ranged attack, right?
The prone condition says an attack roll against the creature has disadvantage unless the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, right.
So he actually, even with a reach weapon, needs to be adjacent.
Right, and he doesn't have advantage, he just doesn't have disadvantage. According to the text.
Playtest note.
Really? Yeah. See, this is part of writing you playtest because it forces you to actually read the rules you wrote. So first, move the orc next to him. Clearly, we intend that you get advantage on the attack, right?
I think it's more fun if you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, yeah. Well, he is going to action
Let me make a
surge and attack you again avec advantage, as they'd say en français.
I think I have this.
And 22 against poor Wriggle.
Yeah.
Take 4 more points.
I'm not double prone then. So,
Oh, that's good, because double prone is bad.
yeah.
All right.
Because then he gets double advantage.
Right.
ABR, your turn.
ABR will move up and huck a javelin at, which one is wounded? The one in the far.
It said turns, none of them are wounded.
None of them are wounded because we
Your
all-
team is fairly ineffectual.
Move up.
EVR sounds a little bit like an obsolete. Like,
Okay.
media
You noticed something no one else has
VHS.
noticed by taking that path.
Yep.
There is there's a treasure chest in the corner to my left, away from me. Yeah, no one else really moved next to it, but since you moved next to it, you notice it as you pass it by. Just sitting there.
So it's just sitting in the shadows.
I got
off the
other
side.
things on my mind. And I will check the javelin at the one in the middle where I've been shot.
All right, the one guy who's stabbing your brother.
Yeah, and that is a 19 to hit.
Hit will hit.
For 5 points of damage.
Right.
Because I rolled a 1.
He grunts in pain.
Do you get 2 attacks?
I do have 2 attacks.
And
You're right.
you hear that. When he grunts from there, you hear that.
Well, I follow up with my second javelin. And that is another 19 to hit.
That'll hit again.
This time for 9 damage.
Oh, he's not looking too healthy. You gave him all what for? All right.
1 javelin left.
That brings us back to Rakesh. Your turn.
Rodney, I'm sorry. I'm going to invalidate your last action. Because I think I will get better results trying to dump the brazier on 2 guys.
Okay.
Hey.
So I push it hard in that direction because I like the idea of pushing fire. It just seems to resonate with me.
All right, you put your back into it and send the oil flying. So here's what I'm gonna let you do. See that die? You can move that die 1 square in any direction you want without having to make a check. And anyone next to it is going to have to make a saving throw or take some fire damage. So if you want to move it further, I would have required a saving throw. I mean, sorry, a strength check. But since you're just dumping it,
It's just fine. So I don't need to make a check at all.
Nope. So they're both going to make their saving throws. They are, one of them is going to fail and one of them is going to make it. So you rush forward, send the brazier tipping over, burning oil sprays out upon both of these orcs. They howl in pain. The one who is injured drops to the ground, howling, then goes quiet as he bursts into flames. The second one is able to dodge. He still takes some fire damage, but he's able to avoid the worst of it. He is not burning. He takes some flame damage and twists and turns to the side and avoids getting soaked through with the oil, but he has been injured. The area, though, now next to that brazier is now filled with burning oil. That's burning early. So anyone who moves next to it is going to take some fire damage. And
Awesome.
that was your turn. So let's trade off 1 orc.
It's like watching one of those silent films back here. It's like the arms out.
All right. The cleric. So first, her spiritual weapon is going to attack Rakesh. 13 against
Nope.
us. Okay, and then she is going to point at you. She'll point at Rakesh.
I
And
hate to be rules lawyery, but I think spiritual weapon is a concentration spell, is it not?
I didn't see concentration in the thing I looked at.
Oh, no, you are correct. I am
Oh.
wrong.
I don't mean to be correct.
It's a playtest. We have to test it.
No, yes, we have to.
that makes
we also
sense,
have to playtest
actually.
my snark. No, actually, I thought I had looked that up before.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't do. I mean, so this is a good example of normally we'd consider making a spell like that a concentration spell, but it requires an attack roll, and it's not the best attack roll in the world, and it does basically just 1d8 damage. So it's something where you get the most bang for your buck if you put it on someone who's going to be around for a while. So normally, like burning flaming sphere might be a spell that would be concentration because it's a bigger effect, but spiritual weapon is small enough in effect. The bigger concern that I would have for a spell like that is just the processing. Like, what if a cleric cast a couple spiritual weapons, now I have to track them?
Right.
So that's kind of something more that would play a role in there. But in any case, the cleric points at Rakesh and speaks a word of command. And she says, she looks at you and looks down at the fire and approach. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. How about 13?
13 misses. DC 14. So on your next turn,
Yeah,
you
cast
have to
that
walk
bless.
up next to the cleric.
Well, that's okay. All the way?
Yes, you have to, let's see. The target moves toward you by the shortest and most direct route, ending its turn if it moves within 5 feet of you. And I'll just mark that down here. All right, so you feel this magical compulsion overtake you. All right, that brings us to Wriggle.
All right, I'm going to use my movement to stand up.
Whoop.
And then I'm going to basically do the same thing again, except this time I'm going to try and distract him so that my adoptive brother can jump in here.
All right.
So
take team this
I will help you. And then I'm actually going to use my cunning action to disengage.
Okay.
And I can make it
Okay.
there.
That brings us to Tree.
I will start to approach and probably hear that the sound is back. At
Suddenly,
which point,
yeah, it's like walking into like, and you hear the yells and cries of the orcs, and
Are you pretty bad off?
Yeah, I've got 10 hit points left out of 32.
In that case, I will use a Cure Light Wounds on you.
Thank you.
You're light.
I've got to Cure Wounds, right? Cure Wounds.
First level Cure Wounds.
First level Cure Wounds. I'm so
What are you
bad at
doing?
this
What is-
game.
do you have like a book? What's your? Oh yeah, well,
It's all my
Yeah, it's all your
spells.
spells. How many spells do you have? You're only 5th level.
Well, I've got all of the spells because I
Yeah, he just printed all the cleric spells.
Yeah. So 2d8 plus 2. So that'll be 13 hit points.
That will help significantly. Thank you.
All right, 13 hit points for me to smack out of you. All right, anything else, Tree?
That's an instantaneous spell, so I will.
It's a super spell. There's instantaneous. Doesn't mean
Different from Swift,
Yeah.
yes. I'm so bad at this game.
You're like
then
0 for 2. You are 0 for 2 in Rules Lord.
Yeah, that's. I'm done.
It was at one point though a Swiss spell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
thought
was.
so. Yeah. Okay, so
Healing word sort of took its space as he.
that's right because I noticed
Yeah.
for some reason
And
I
I
had to read the
used-
healing word spell in preparation for this.
And I used Cure Wounds rather than a Healing Word because I wanted to give you the bigger bang.
The extra hit points, yeah.
All right, so the orc in front of the other brazier seems like you can almost see the light bulb. over his head. And he walks up and he gives a nice swift kick and pushes it back to here, where it tumbles over and bursts into flames, capturing Tree and Wriggle. Both of you, give me dexterity saving throws. Wow. Tree, what'd you get?
11.
Wriggle?
7.
Okay.
I have Peter's dice luck today, basically, is what's happening.
Let's see if I still have my dice luck.
All right, so good news
gave
and
you
bad news.
advantage.
Good news, well, the good news for you is you just take 5 points of fire damage. The bad news for you is you take 5 points of fire damage and have burst into flames as you're covered in burning oil.
My brother, put yourself out.
Physician, heal thyself.
All right, and I'm going to guess, is this a brazier? Okay, we're along going, no, it's not.
To the right.
There we go. All right, both braziers. So now remember, those red dice.
Just healed that.
All the spaces next to them are burning. Flames everywhere. And so basically, while you're burning, if you take an action, you can basically swap.
Put myself out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Otherwise,
cool.
you just keep burning.
All right.
So that was those guys. Oh, and the other one. Okay, so this guy is in the fire, which makes him very unhappy. He's actually just going to move out of here, back to here, and use his action to douse the flames. So he does take 5 more, but he's now no longer burning. All right, so that was his turn. ABR.
Maybe I would like to move up and jump over the flaming floor to try and avoid being caught on fire. So basically be moving from here to that square right
Sure,
there.
that sounds good. That's a pretty short jump. You can do it.
Okay.
You leap over the flames and land next to the orc.
And then I swing at him with my longsword.
Right, and so you get advantage on. Is it now one attack?
On his first attack,
First
yeah.
attack. Okay, cool.
So the first attack is a 18,
Hit. Cleave through his plate mail.
and that will be 7 damage.
All right.
I round up with my second attack and roll an natural 1.
All right, that will miss. Okay, Rakesh. Under the cleric's compulsion, you are forced to take the shortest route next to the cleric.
I will walk through the fire.
All right, take 5 fire damage, and
He shall
please
be
make a dexterity saving throw.
Cleansed in the flames of. No.
Did you become a cleric of Hextor while we weren't looking?
10.
Oh, you just barely evade getting covered in burning oil as you walk through it, but you still take 5 fire damage.
Right. I think that's my route.
Yep, and you are safe because you did not leave the orcs.
Right. Threatened
reach.
area.
So
Okay, and it is my action to do that, or that's my move?
that I believe is what just you are required to do that. So let's see. You end your turn. So you move within 5 feet, then end your turn. So that is your turn.
That is too bad.
All right.
And I shake free of the compulsion and say, "You're gonna wish you hadn't done that."
Well, it's her turn, and she'll see.
But
we'll
first,
see.
I'm gonna wish you hadn't done that.
right, so first spiritual weapon, crashing down on your head, and gets a 14.
That's a miss.
Right, and then you come close in there, and so it goes there. Doesn't need that. Oh, yeah. Oops. You know what? I forgot. And that she's gonna swing her mace at you. And gets a 21.
That hits.
All right, take 6 damage.
Okay.
And then, as you're standing there, feeling proud of yourself, suddenly,
I'm not really feeling very proud of myself right now. My dice are not doing what they normally do.
no, actually, let's see. All right, you hear a thwip coming from the shadows behind you, Rakesh. Then you see over your shoulder a halfling who's crouched down in the darkness, has just taken a shot with a crossbow.
Wriggle, what are you doing?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
That's your. Oh, actually, that's fire right there.
That's on fire.
Yeah. Come over here, and actually, so from there, he's gonna shoot at you.
whoa. And me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Halfling
see.
on halfling violence.
He has
It's tragic,
advantage.
really.
21.
That's it?
All right, you please make a Constitution save.
A 10.
All right, you feel poison coursing through your veins.
So now I'm poisoned and on fire.
Yes.
This is going well. This is going well.
He takes 18 points of damage.
Okay, so I would like to use my evasion to have the damage from the is it a crossbow you said?
Yep.
Okay, have the damage from the crossbow on that.
All right, so I said 18 in total, so you instead are going to take 12.
Okay. And I assume the rest was poison damage, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Ow. Actually, I think my next word should be avenge me.
That's right, because you are on fire.
I'm also in fuego, yes.
It's our turn, so you take 5 fire damage.
All right, I have 1 hit point.
Okay.
Wow.
So I am going to cry, and so first things first.
You look like a wilted flower.
I'm
Ready to
gonna-
die.
I'm gonna move
Okay.
over to there. I'll use my action to put out the flames.
Okay.
Okay, and can I use my cunning action to pick up the little treasure chest that's right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It is just like it's small, right?
I like that
like
one.
this
Look on
big, yeah.
Mike's face.
Pick it up. And
Like,
it's-
what, does it feel heavy or?
It feels a little heavy, like there's something in there,
It
but
squirms in your grass.
It squirms and swallows your face.
You just woke up the mimic.
Probably. Knowing the way things are going in this fight, absolutely.
all right, tree.
And I'm in the area of silence now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I will
2, and you-
take. Let's see. The fire is.
If you move through it, you're gonna
Yeah,
take 5. You have to
there
make
we
a save. to not
That's
get
the
caught on
safe
fire.
spot.
Yep.
And I'm now within 25 feet of Rakesh, so I will mutter a prayer of healing. Let us all be restored by the sun's light. And this is the D8 plus 6.
What's the casting time on that?
That is instantaneous, so
It's not casting time.
it is not. Sorry, that's duration. It's not a swift spell, if that's what you're asking.
Prayer of healing.
Prayer of healing.
Look at the casting time.
Casting. Oh, God, you're right.
I gotta say, this is all the better since you tried to rules lawyer me.
I don't play a cleric normally. I was trying to help support the group, but you know what? Next time, it's a rogue. So I can backstab all of you.
So what actually is the casting?
It is 10 minutes, so I
10
can't
minutes.
cast it. Yeah. So instead of getting,
I'm just
Yeah.
this guy over here trying to cheat, right? So this is for you to watch everyone how not to play Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah, everyone gets full hit points because I just decided.
Yeah.
I'm a cleric, that's what I do. Plus I make 8 attacks against all the monsters in the world.
so instead I will use a bless, I guess. And that is 1 action casting time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you are affected because you're in the silence.
Yeah, you just have to be able to
I
speak
feel
to
safe.
cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like an anti-magic field.
Yeah. So everybody is blessed.
All right. The half orcs will go. So one will turn and attack our intrepid fighter.
Come get some.
He gets a 14.
Miss.
Right, and then the one next to Rakesh is he is going to take this opportunity to. Oh no, he's not gonna. He's just gonna swing at Rakesh. Rakesh, he gets a 16.
Nope.
All right, both swing and miss. All right, that brings us around to ABR.
Okay, I will swing my longsword at the regular orc.
He's like I think it's half orc.
Oh, okay.
Orc or half orc? Yeah, you can't tell the difference.
Yay.
Ugly guy with giant axe.
Yep. I swing at him, getting that is going to miss because he's got an armor class of at least 17. So I swing at him with the second attack, getting a 14.
That'll miss. All right, your blows
See, Bless is so overpowered. No.
bouncing effectually off his plate armor. All right, and that brings us back to the top. Rakesh, your turn.
I'm going to make two.
One more thing, I do want to move, so I'm in between both the orcs. So.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I'll back into your character, Robbie. I'll back into your character to
Oh,
heal you.
you will beckon to my
Beckon,
character.
yes.
Got it. Yes.
He will bacon you.
I'm going
Delicious.
to make two attacks with my unarmed strike upon the cleric.
Okay, go for it.
I think it doesn't matter until she's at 0 hit points, but I'm not attempting to kill her, but just to knock her out. So the blue dice are my first attack, which is a 1922
Hit.
and a 23.
Hit.
So 9 and 2 is 11 damage.
All right. 2 telling blows as she staggers before your assault. Anything else?
No.
All right. She first, her spiritual weapon comes crashing down you again with only a 7, and then she is going to swing her mace at you again. And gets a 21.
That's a hit.
6 more points. All right, and that's it for her turn. Let's go over to the guy with the crossbow in the corner. He is going to loading a crossbow in action. Or is it part of firing it? It's part of firing it?
It's part of firing it.
All right, he's going to load his crossbow and look around, and he's going to take a shot at Rakesh, because you're being his master. Mistress? But he goes it's going to be less than 10, so that'll miss. As a crossbow whizzes by your head, just barely missing you, and shatters against the far wall. And that brings us to Wriggle.
So the 2 orcs that are next to ABR, do either of them look more wounded than the other?
The one that is up close to the
To the
one that
brazier?
kicked he
Yeah,
looks
okay.
like he's taken a couple.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to draw my short bow.
No, I'm sorry. Actually, the one further back. He was
A little further back. Okay.
Yep.
I'll draw my short bow and I'll fire an arrow at him.
You're holding the chest though. You're gonna drop the chest.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. First, I will. It's actually right there. I'm actually going to move over to here.
Okay.
Using a little bit of my movement. Then I'm going to use my cunning action to hurl the chest down in the hallway,
Okay.
and basically just as far as I can throw it.
Okay. The chest goes flying down the hallway and clatters and rolls and comes to a stop.
Okay. And then I'll use my short bow to fire at that orc.
Okay.
You hear the sound of 8 healing potions breaking simultaneously.
And it's actually funny because you throw it, you don't hear anything because there's the silence.
All right. That is a. So that is a 17.
Against 2.
The orc.
Oh, did you add your bless?
I did, in fact, add my
That'll
bless.
miss. It
Yeah.
bounces off his thick plate armor.
Disappointing. Oh. Yeah.
I can't bless you anymore.
No, I rolled a 1 on the blessed die, so.
All right, Tree, your turn.
So it was a lame bless, is what he said.
Since
Hey, don't speak for me. But yes, it was.
since Wriggle did not
Sorry.
approach,
I could have used the rest of my movement to get to there.
but I can't cast spells in there, so I will just hop if I can. Just jump to there.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Everyone's jumping over the fire.
Take a swing at the orc.
Like fun combat.
My
dudes.
mace
Like fire.
and miss.
All right.
Did you roll your blessed die?
I got rolled 6, so
All right, so the big mean orcs. One is going to swing again at our heroic fighter, ABR. Ooh, that's not good. He clobbers you for it's max plus an extra die and a crit.
No, just extra die.
Just an extra die. Okay. 13 damage, and you are knocked prone.
I'm prone. Ow.
And he roars in triumph as he cuts his way through your defenses. And then the orc next to our monk, Rakesh, he is going to get a 17.
Bingo.
All right, he does 3 damage.
Good.
All right, next up, ABR.
I stand up,
Right.
and I will swing my sword at the one that downed me.
All right, go for it.
Wait, the other one is more damaged?
Yes, he was the one who was burning like a...
Okay,
The
then-
one next to the
Then
rock.
I'll hit him. Then I'll
okay, go for it.
The first attack is a 19.
Hit.
Thank you for the 4 and the blessed die.
Yep.
That is 7 damage.
All right, he's still up.
And I swing again
Badly
with the
hurt.
second rounding, and
Attaboy.
that is 24
Hit.
for 10 damage.
Take him off the map. He crumples to the
Yeah.
ground in pain.
And then I turn and glower at the orc who downed me. You're next. I say in Dwarvish because I thought that would be more intimidating.
Everything sounds more intimidating in Dwarvish.
All right.
You can't hear me because I'm in the silence, but back here I'm saying, good job.
I actually thought I was talking in Orcish, but I'm not the most bright person.
Okay.
I don't like that look.
Rodney, make a wisdom check for me.
I crit it for a 20.
All right. You notice a giant shadow looming over you, and you turn around just in time to see the smashed wreckage of the treasure chest you threw down the hallway, and a big troll standing behind you.
I've freed you from your prison so you can serve me.
Unfortunately, you're silent, so I can't hear you.
I'm hoping this is one of those trolls that can read lips, actually. Oh dear.
Run away!
He would have been get out of the thing. So he does not. He's bearing down on you, but has not yet attacked you because he would have had
Could this
an
be
action
the
and
end
come
of Wriggle Lightfinger?
All right. So
Tune in next round.
Rakesh.
Okay, I'm standing right next to the altar. I would like to look at it and look for inspiration. Like, is there anything on the altar that I could...
So now that you're next to the altar, you notice that it's glowing slightly, and it looks like it's a fairly thin slab of rock. It looks like maybe there was originally like the 2 base stones. They don't match the style of the rock that's been dropped on top of this. Like it's like a dull gray stone, and this is a black stone that's been laid across the top of it. And it's a little teetering, like someone like, you know, like it's not an original part of the construction. There's red energy like swirling through it lightly, and you notice it's sort of like drifting, like ebbing and flowing toward where the cleric is.
I have holy water.
I want to flip the table.
All right.
I want to flip it away from her.
Let me guess, this is the wrong one, right?
No.
Oh, nice. All right. So go ahead and give me a strength check.
Bless applies, right?
I think it's just saving throws.
Yeah, not checks.
Attacks and saving throws.
20!
All right. So you said you're flipping it toward her?
Away from her.
Away from
Away from her. Okay, you grab the altar and with a mighty send it flying and tumbling. The rock shatters, and she screams in fear as you see the blood drains from her face as she looks on in horror as the altar has been destroyed, and the 2 stones that are left, they begin to glow with a strange green energy.
Green flame. Oh, sorry.
What did you do?
I don't know
be
yet,
only
but,
be good,
but I
right?
think I'm glad I did it.
Okay,
I take it that was my
Green
action.
is the color
Yeah.
of life.
do you want to move? Oh, you are.
I want to kind of put her between myself and the...
Yep, you can kind of hop over the thing over there. Okay. Oh, interesting. So on her turn, She looks at you and she's going to withdraw. So she moves half her speed, correct? Without provoking? Is that right?
Yeah, 15 feet. Actually, I better double check that.
15 feet.
Yeah, because it's originally 10 feet.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So,
She's going to have to open the doors or act as she needs an action to open that door because it's a heavy door. Okay, so actually she's just going to withdraw she can just move to there and she opens the door.
She's clearly terrified. She keeps looking over her shoulder at the stones that are there that are still glowing. All right, that is her turn. The guy in the back, the little halfling guy, he is going to scuttle over to here.
And surrender.
Yeah. And he's going to try to shoot you.
So much for using her for cover.
He gets a 12.
Miss.
All right. He almost clips you, but you're able to turn and just out of the way in time. All right, that brings us to Wriggle.
okay, so I think I want to put lots of fire between myself and this troll.
Probably a good idea.
Just calling that one a thing.
Of anyone to be there, the guy who is cutting action is probably
Absolutely. All right, so first I will use my cunning action to disengage.
Okay.
So I can go 1.
Yeah, that's fire right there.
Oh, it's fire. Okay, so I'll go there and then there. Right, that's safe, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I disengage to there, and then I am going to. So the if I wanted to jump to here, I would have to clear effectively 1, 2. So basically clearing 10 feet worth of.
You don't have to jump over the cleric, because you can't really jump through him.
Yeah,
You
I'm not
knock him
really.
over.
I'm not really super strong.
I mean, you
so-
could knock him over if you wanted to.
Yeah.
He's been kind of a jerk.
No, I still like the cleric. Okay.
He does heal you. That
Wow,
is
I'm in-
useful.
Oh, you are a halfling. You can try and
press the
slide
clear
between
button.
his legs.
Oh wow. What about? Yikes! This is tough because I have 1 hit point and.
1 hit point.
I
was
have 1 hit
picturing
point.
Like a floaty you're holding on to.
Yeah, right. Just like barely hanging on. What about? Can you tell me what the texture of this wall is? Are there like sconces on the walls or anything like
Yeah,
that?
there are. There are a few torches and stuff that are lit up there.
So is there any way that I could maybe move over to this wall and then like hang on to sconces and sort of?
You want to kind of parkour past the
Yeah, like swing around it above the fire.
Yeah. You used your. I'll let you use your action to do that in conjunction with your move. So if you use your action, no check, you can just do it. If you want to be greedy and keep your action and shank the guy over in the corner, you're gonna have to make a dexterity check to do the monkey bar thing.
You know what? I'm gonna do the dexterity check thing because I have.
I like it. I like it.
I have dexterity expertise, so I get the extra d6. So I'm gonna. So
Okay, and I'm gonna throw this in there too.
Oh, good.
You're stepping up.
I am stepping
I was
up.
gonna give you this, and this is purely
nice.
DM fiating it here. If you get, you beat a 20, you're gonna get advantage on your next attack.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'm swinging
It's
through.
just gonna be shot.
I'm swinging through the fire. Okay.
But
All right.
if you blow it, you're gonna fall in the fire.
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm gonna say DC 15.
We promise they'll be magical.
Thank you, Rob. Boom. 23.
All right, so you're like Jackie Chan.
All right. So I swing around here. So let's see, that was 5, 10.
What did you roll?
A 15. Oh, sorry. I got a total of 22.
You rolled a 15 on the die?
No, I rolled. A 15 on the die, a 3 on my expertise die, and I have a +4 dex. Cool. So I land there.
Okay.
That's basically the end of my movement.
Yep.
And then
Just
I'm
under action.
gonna shoot that guy with my short bow.
He turns and he's just gaping, giving you the perfect target right in his mouth for
All
sure.
right. And so you said I have advantage on the
Yep.
attack because I got above 20.
Oh!
Wow. That is
You can't-
terrible.
Wow, that's like the ultimate
Two-
halfling insult roll.
two-
This is the ultimate halfling insult roll. 2 twos. Yes. Yeah. So I mean that gives me an 8.
Yeah,
So-
maybe you're a little too impressed. Like, wow, I can't believe
I was
it.
like, that was amazing, me. Thanks, me. Yeah, my blessed die is adding the 1 to that. So.
Your total on 2d20 plus 1d4 is 5.
Yeah. No, 8. No, 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
two.
just the dice. All right, so that will
That
bring it
one.
into your at times impressive and at times impressive.
Right.
The radiant flower does not smile upon showing off.
Oh, come on.
Oh, now you're getting a little judgmental. Tree, it's your turn.
Let's see. If I recall, no penalty for using ranged spells in.
Or is there? He's been very shaky on the rules. I'm like 2 out of 10 on rules. No, there's no.
So I'm gonna unleash a sacred flame upon the cleric.
All right. And is that a saving throw on my part or an attack on yours?
It is a saving throw, and
I missed that saving throw unless you have a truly wretched DC.
No. So 2d8 damage, and it's 2d8 because I got the bump at 4th level, not the 5th level. So 11 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, she does not look too good. Okay.
I hope the fire doesn't kill her.
This time it's personal.
Well, we need her alive.
Right.
Okay, so the half orc who is still fighting,
Or deal with many faces or whatever.
he is going to
That's right.
action
I made a
surge.
human.
Brought to your cleric, but she's in a couple pieces.
And he's going to attack. Let's see. You've been hitting him a couple times, so ABR, he's going to hit you a couple times. At least try to.
Looking for 17.
He hits once.
You're looking for a. Where's Hammer Lessons?
He hit you. I rolled a 17. But
18.
Take 11 points of damage and get knocked prone.
Okay, I'm down prone again.
I use, and that was he did 2 attacks. Hit you
Still
once. And then let's see. He is going to stand there and he's going to keep fighting. Actually, if you could just, he's going to move back because he's not going to throw a Cooter's Mace to there. So that's what we'll do. All right. So that was his turn. ABR, your turn.
I jump back up to my feet.
All right. That's your move.
And I swing. And I crit him.
Oh,
Nice.
Good night, sweet prince.
So it doesn't really matter what my blessed die is, which I forgot to roll. But I'll just roll. And it's super crit with that 4. Extra die.
Yep.
So
Nice.
that is 17 points of damage. 18 points of damage.
Down he goes.
Nice.
All right.
And alas, I am done because I stood up as my move.
All right.
So I am. My brother! Look out!
Nice.
The troll, it's actually kind of comical because he's in an area of silence. He roars comically and like sort of shies back away from the flames. Doesn't seem eager to move deeper into the room. Rakesh, your turn.
I would like to try to knock the cleric out.
All right, go for it.
Bloom is the first attack, which is a 17.
That will miss.
And I miss with, I miss with the second one.
All right.
Wow, that's lame.
She turns and desperately hides behind her shield as your fists batter off of it.
I want to touch one of the remaining props for the altered glowing green flame.
Sure, you gonna touch it?
Yeah.
Cool. Make a wisdom save.
The game's
I
failed.
told you,
21.
green is
You
always good.
suddenly feel like for a second, like you feel like you don't know who you are, like, and you're seeing like a bunch of visions like through like a dozen different eyes at once, and then your mind clears.
All right.
You're seriously like a DM's best friend.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I touched this, I played with that, I jumped on this.
All right.
The instigator player type.
Yes.
So
I stick my hand into the devil mouth.
first, I'm going to.
He was
use a-
encouraging
No,
us
it's
to
always
interact
head
with
first.
the environment.
That's true. Yeah, head first in the devil mouth.
I hear this artifact.
Then she uses her action to open the door, and
Didn't she open it?
She
last
used it
time?
last
She opened
time,
it last
yeah.
time.
oh, she withdrew last time. So she had to use her action to withdraw
Yeah.
to not. Oh no, she didn't because she stayed in your reach. Good catch. So usually it has it already open, so she's going to use her action to withdraw again. So then she's going to go. Okay. And then it is the halfling's turn. He looks at all of you in the room,
Hey, guy.
and he leaps up onto the tapestry that's hanging back over the where the altar was standing before, and so he leaps up, climbs up the top of it, and takes out his dagger and tries to slice it to send it tumbling down to the ground.
Huh.
All right, let's see, Rakesh, Tree, and ABR all give me saving throws as it comes crashing down.
Oh! The night of the twos.
11.
10.
6.
All right, You are knocked prone. You two are able to avoid getting completely cluttered by it, but it's sort of covering you, and you're sort of, and then it whoosh bursts into flames and lands where the fire
Of course it does.
Standing there.
All right.
Now, if we can just cover the troll in this.
All right, so the tapestry is now on fire, and you are knocked prone beneath it and kind of pinned down. It's going to take some effort to get out. And the other two, you are not knocked prone. And actually, James, since Rakesh is on the edge of it, you're able to escape from it. And no, actually, the same. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, and so same for Tree. So neither of you, since they're on the edges of it, are actually beneath it. But your friend ABR is both beneath it and pinned down prone. And it is now the fire is starting to spread.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
This is the area that is covered. So actually, from this die back to about here is where the tapestry, and it is burning very quickly.
So is it basically like on the ceiling? So like if you looked up,
Yeah, it's hanging down, kind of like a banner hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, cool.
All right, so it comes crashing down on top of all of you, and that was him. So Wriggle, your turn.
And is he actually basically
he's
there?
there, yeah.
Okay. Man, this is tough. I don't want to die. I'm actually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my action to dodge, and then I'm going to move back here, and I'm going to use my cunning action to hide.
Okay.
Obviously I can't hide from the halfling there, but I can hide from basically those two.
Make your check.
I got a 21.
Okay, I'll note that we tries to find you. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Tree.
Sorry guys, I'm in survival mode at this point.
You can see now the flames are starting to spread across pretty soon the entire area cover the tapestry.
I'm sure
burning.
I'm sure Rakesh will be fine. I'll make my way around here if I can.
But what about ABR?
Yeah.
And you see there's the priest.
And I will unleash another sacred flame.
Remember we want to revive.
I got a 14 in the die before adding any modifiers. So let's just say we're ready to add more.
That
What kind of save is it?
it is dexterity. I think.
16.
Success.
Okay.
Yep. I'm done.
Okay, so that brings us to, let's see, the hammock rolled down. ABR. So you are pinned beneath the burning tapestry.
Yep.
Let's see, so the flames haven't spread yet too far. So what do you want to do? You are pinned down. Standing up is going to require a strength check and your action.
Well, can I crawl out from under it towards the halfling?
But I'm going to need you to make a wisdom check to orient yourself because you got knocked under pinned below. You're not really sure what
Okay,
direction
I'm going
it
to
is.
make a wisdom check. I'm still going to move either way.
Yep. Just tell me how far do you want to move?
I want to move about 15 feet.
Okay.
Okay. My wisdom check is
we
a
all forgot our-
6.
I don't forgot.
Okay.
Here's a D8.
Oh, I've cast the spell, so it's no longer affecting us.
All right, you start crawling, but you end up like over here-ish. The fire is sort of is a nice handy guide.
Glowing green things. I'm going to stop before I touch those.
All right, the troll. So the troll.
Is there anything else I can do? Or
No, that would have been your action just to crawl around. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was just your move to crawl. If you want to stand up, it's going to be an action. Otherwise, I mean, you can.
I want to rush, and now that I've orientated myself by running into that, I want to move 90 degrees to the right
Okay.
and go 15 feet.
All right, go for it. You can push yourself out to the edge of the. You'll still be prone though when you return.
Right there.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
So you're like on the stairs.
Yeah, I'm on the stairs next to it.
The troll continues to roar.
Silently.
Yep, silently. Rakesh.
The sound of silence.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Thanks for being there for me.
Yeah, no, I got your back.
It's a good thing you're fast.
No reference shall go unmentioned.
I'm going to try to knock her out.
All right, roll it.
Blue's first attack. Green is the second attack. Green is a crit.
All right.
So that is 6, 12 bludgeoning damage.
She's still up.
Really?
You notice when you came around the corner, she looked like healthier than when you last saw her. And now that it's her turn, she whispers another quick spell, and you notice that she seems to have lost a few more of the bruises you've. Oh yeah, she looks much healthier. And then she's going to direct her spiritual weapon against you, and will miss again. And then she's going to try to smash you in the face with her mace, and misses again. I got a 12. All right. Ah, you're prone next to the assassin. He looks down, and sometimes the Lord provides. So for attack number 1 with advantage, 24.
Miss.
That is going
It
to
almost
be
worked.
13 damage.
Okay.
You
I'm
stop?
done. No, I'm not. I have 1 hit point left.
Oh, let's see if we can knock it out of you.
We are brothers.
Second
Blood
attack
brothers.
is an 18.
Hit.
Perhaps I should go over there.
That's a bingo.
That is a bingo.
8 more damage.
I'm down.
All right. And now that you're down, he is going to scuttle over here. And the fire has now spread. Oh, that'll be. Actually, the fire would have spread better yet. Okay, the fire is now starting to spread. It's like back to here.
It's a good thing we're not splitting the
Wriggle.
party or anything with the giant column
We'll
of
be fine.
fire.
We'll be fine. So I'm going to move over to here. And you're down, right?
I'm down.
Okay.
I am
All right.
unconscious.
Now that the assassin is over near, who's that? That's not a tree, isn't
Tree's
it?
tree, yep.
Okay. Now that he's over there, I'm actually going to fire my short bow at him.
Okay. What's your armor class tree?
No, not a tree. at the assassin. Or am I?
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Someone had to say.
Well, that is a 7 plus. It is only a 12.
That'll miss.
Curses 12.
He notices just the last one
Okay.
as your outcome, whistling toward him.
Can I use my cunning action to drag him
Yeah, sure.
out of the way?
Yeah,
'Cause,
you can pull him like 5
it's,
feet.
It's basically like manipulating an object. You're an object now.
Yeah, you're an object. That's true. An unconscious character.
I'm actually objectifying him.
Yeah.
So
Be nice. Tree, your turn.
I'm next to this halfling rogue. I think I'm just going to summon a sacred flame in his face. And I will also draw out my holy symbol to increase the DC on the saving throw.
He got a 20 on his save.
That is unfortunate. I don't think I have anything else to do, so I'm done.
Okay. ABR. Death save.
I get a 18 for my death save.
All right. Troll continues to roar comically.
Something tells me there's something weird with this troll.
All right.
Maybe he's just pinned me by the,
well, I mean, there's a giant wall of fire in front of him. I don't blame him for not wanting to run through it.
The
I
entire
didn't want to
area of that central room, basically everywhere that is not a door square or a stair square, is now
on fire.
burning. Yep. And the entire tapestry has gone up. So that brings us back to Rakesh.
I will once again attempt to pummel the cleric into oblivion. That is better than trying to grab her, right?
Well, we need to stop her from doing things.
Alright,
She's like, oh no, wait, I forgot to e-file my taxes. That's all I'm doing. Just give me a sec. Just let me go in this room and just hit send. It's cool. I just remembered.
Welcome to Friday afternoon at Wizards of the Coast.
It's cool. It's cool. I didn't realize this. I didn't think things would get this intense. You know, I just.
16 on the first attack. Okay, the second one is like a 25,
Sounds like a hit.
but it's only 6 damage.
All right, still up. You are slowly
Good
wearing down your
grief.
spells. Quick question for the table. Can you, for Healing Word, can I cast it with a higher level slot?
Yes.
And do I just get an extra D8 for each slot?
I don't know what
I
the
think-
scale up is.
I think that sounds about right. It might.
I'll resolve my attack against James first before I. So someone could look that up while I roll
Extra D8 for each level of that first.
All right, cool. So James first, she smashes you with her mace for an 18.
Hit.
Take 6 more damage. Then she's
Yeah!
gonna use her swift spell and get a bunch of D8s. So,
She has a spiritual weapon too.
oh, thank you for running me.
Mr. DM,
Which
Mr.
side are
DM.
you on?
She
teacher.
looks significantly better now. And then the spiritual weapon is going to try. It's been an effective all day. And, 23.
Miss.
Well, don't expect us to get excited. I mean, come on.
Take 3.
All right. She halved my hit points twice.
All right, so
So we'll take 1.5 damage next round.
Awesome.
you think that was fun? What do you see that what I'm going to do now? Okay, Greg.
Yes.
Oh, he's already in a threatened area, so he just goes.
With his dagger and goes stabble, stabble.
Okay.
Luckily, he doesn't have advantage. He does get sneak attack. He said, looking to make sure that he is. Yes, he does get sneak attack. He looks like you're in luck. 16 and 13.
Both will miss.
No, I was attacking him.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
It was a good move, though, right? Just trying to take one for the team. Like, oh no, that misses. All right, so he comes
Gotcha.
dodging around, moving very quickly, a little too quickly. He's a little off balance. He jabs at you, and so you're able to fend off both attacks. Wriggle, your turn.
Great.
There's just you, your unconscious brother, and a giant conflagration in front of you.
Right, I say nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And even though there's cover between me and the cleric, I'm going to fire at the cleric.
Okay, go ahead. Minus 2.
The cleric.
The evil cleric.
Yep.
All the way over there.
The door's closed.
Oh, those.
Those doors are closed.
Oh, they are closed.
Yep.
Oof.
You could fire at your brother.
I don't think I want to do that. Okay.
Live, damn you! You're not picking up on anything!
All right, so first I'm going to use my cunning action to search his body. Do you have a healing
I
potion?
have 2 potions of healing.
Oh, great.
I wasn't going to say anything.
That is awesome.
But
I actually did not know that he had potions of healing.
if you drink them yourself, I'll let you drink both at once.
All right, trickster DM, I will not do that. All right, so I use my cunning action to rifle through his body and pull that out. I will feed him the potion,
Yep.
and
2d4 plus 2.
That's good.
Ooh, that'll come in handy against that troll.
I think that is basically my whole turn because I don't want to move anywhere.
All right.
You still get your second one, right? Yeah.
All right, so that was Wriggle's turn. Tree.
I will move adjacent to Rakesh and extend a hand and heal over some of the many wounds on him.
He's had a rough day. He was standing on top of a tank when it blew up, basically. And it's only gotten worse since then.
And I'm casting Cure Wounds as a higher level spell. So 2d8.
Lots of D8s.
So that's going to be 12, 16, 24.
Like I will see your healing word and raise you a Cure Light Wounds. Or Cure
Thank you.
And that is my turn.
I'm feeling much better now.
ABR. Hey, you're conscious.
Okay, I stand up and then I use my action to spend my second wind, which is a fighter power that allows me to get 24 hit points back.
I'm glad I didn't waste my healing.
Allow me to explain. The moon orbits the Earth. Science fiction info dump.
I am
As you know, Professor Prometheus, the moon is made of moon rocks, which Godzilla is allergic to.
As you know, Dr. Theophilus.
All right, the troll continues to seethe comically.
I think he's getting bored of this or something.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to
So now here's the real question. How the heck are we going to get over there? I mean, sorry. How the heck are you going to get over there? Because I'm not going anywhere near that fight.
I'm planning to throw it.
All I really need you to do is run over there and open that door so I can start shooting.
Continue to bludgeon her. Is that an action to open a door?
These doors are very heavy, yes.
Okay.
Normally you could just shoulder through, but these are pretty heavy doors.
I miss.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Let me double check that.
And you are no longer blessed
16.
because I had to cast Cure Wounds.
No, it's only if your constitution's broken. So you're
You
good.
cast
Oh,
a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
You are the worst rules lawyer.
I don't
Over
play
30.
clerics, for God's sake.
16 is a miss.
Yeah, 16's a miss. Anything else? Okay.
Yeah.
That will provoke from the assassin.
Oh, shoot.
Don't worry, we got this.
Yeah, we got.
I don't have any spells left, but we got this.
All right. The assassin is actually you just healed the monk, so the assassin turns to you
We're in a tight spot.
and hisses.
I got nothing. Seriously.
Well, you're gonna have a few fewer hit points. He hits you
Sticky
once.
situation.
That's gonna be over a 21.
Yes.
And the other one was a 3 on the die. So you are going to take 10 damage.
Ouch.
Sneak attack.
Stop it.
And then that brings us to Wriggle.
Can I have that other healing potion?
Hey, it's my backpack. You could keep taking it.
I'm trying to be courteous, my brother.
Sure, take
I
it,
may
take
be
it, take it,
I
take
may be a rogue that specializes in
Yes,
thievery,
yes, take it.
but I'm no thief.
Take it. You know.
All right, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so I'm going to use my cunning action to use the potion,
right.
and that's 2d4 plus
34 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. All right, I got a few
Just
hit
let
points
yourself
back.
heal it.
2d4 plus 2. Cool. All right, and so I still can't see over there because the doors are closed.
Oh, well, the doors directly across from you now are open.
Sorry, but these doors are closed.
That is correct, right?
Okay. Oh, man.
There's about 20 feet of fire between you and there.
You can jump onto the
And
altar.
I can't see this guy at all.
It's got no time.
So what about climbing the wall, hanging a rope from the tapestry bar so I can climb up and cross the room?
I think maybe you should just run through the fire.
You can barely see him. He has, we have cover at -2. Is there a great degree of cover?
basically -5.
He has -5 worth of cover.
You know, I've been rolling very badly, but I'm going to risk it with one more shot.
You could always crit.
I could always crit. Or, I mean, I've got the bless, right? So that could theoretically negate most of the penalty. That looks pretty good. All right, that's 21, 26.
That will hit.
So -5 is 21.
Yep.
Awesome. I deal 11, 13, plus 4 is 17 piercing damage with my
Wow.
sneak attack arrow.
Because he had no idea that was coming. So.
Well, he's next to one of my allies, so I get my sneak attack. My sneak
Oh,
attack.
okay, because I thought you had hidden before, so I did.
No, it's big.
That's
I
right.
get my sneak attack damage if it's next to one of my
That's right.
allies.
So you can be an archer kind of.
Right, exactly.
All right, so the two of you are sitting there fighting, and suddenly the assassin, he's kind of like looking very aggressive, and like, and his eyes go kind of cross, and he's still standing, but he's teetering. He looks like maybe his commitment to the fight is wavering.
So he looks like me.
That was Wriggle Tree.
Well, he is a half.
His commitment will hopefully waver more as I swing my mace at him. And that'll be 19 against AC.
That'll hit.
5 points of bludgeoning
He
damage.
keels over in the ground.
Nice.
Knock him unconscious. Looking down.
You get the assist, but I get the credit.
Technically speaking, it's he who scores the basket.
Yeah, I
gets
get the
points.
I get the experience
all
points,
right,
right?
fine.
Yeah, you get all the XP. You get all the XP adventure because the assassin was the super special bonus monster.
If we can just lure them into the fire, we'll get all the experience for this encounter.
All right, so that brings us around to let's see, that was Tree. So ABR, your turn.
20 feet of fire, eh?
Yeah.
Is it on the, so the tapestry is over the altar,
Yep.
right? And the tapestry is covering the altar? Is the tapestry on the altar on fire?
Oh yeah, the entire tapestry's not burning.
Yeah, okay. In that case, there's no oil.
There is a very narrow safe. I don't know if I made this clear before. The area directly, like on the wall closest to me, that's only about half covered
like
by
right back
tapestry.
here?
Yeah, you could try to run back there. It's gonna be a little tricky because you have to keep your balance and run along a pretty narrow corridor while avoiding fire and smoke.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, go ahead and make me a dexterity check.
That is a 17.
Great, you need like a mountain goat. Scaling a active volcano. You
I'm totally unfamiliar with that type of mountain goat.
It's simile time with Mike
Volcano
Mearls.
goats.
so it's probably gonna be like, and so you have to double move. You can't cut the corner because there's a hard corner
5,
there.
yeah, so I'll double move up and then move next to there. Yep.
How did you get over here?
All right,
He's fast.
My feet are smoking.
Rakesh, your turn. As the fire
Sure,
arrives,
Troll doesn't do anything.
the troll again is still burning, and trolls, it turns out, don't like fire.
Hope there's a secret door over here.
You mean over here, where I'm about to abandon you guys?
Yeah, abandoned ship.
18,
18 will hit.
2 damage.
Oh, that's
Was
underwhelming.
my second.
You keep hitting with the second attack. That's kind of the flaw in your plan.
Yes.
The all right.
Next time green is first.
The cleric, seeing 3 enemies in front of her, is going to withdraw
back to the corner. So someone could just move her 2 square. No, I'm sorry, 2 squares
flanks.
directly back toward you. There you go. Sorry, this corner of the door.
All right, so she just moves back, and you can see she starts trying to push against the door that's there. All right, that brings us to Wriggle.
So,
You should start a hobby, like
right,
needlepoint,
basket weaving. Is there actually a door over here?
There's like a niche over there, but there is a wall.
Okay, so this is just solid wall. Okay.
Actually, that's where you start by the text.
I see
you actually
that,
can't
yes.
leave by there. You can enter through that door, but
I see
not leave.
that. Okay, I'm going to.
Check in anytime you want.
Nice. Okay, I just saw my brother do it. I'm pretty dexterous. I'm also going to try and run over there. He said before bursting into
Like a
flames.
miniature mountain goat.
Right.
Like a
Like-
miniature active volcano.
Like a baby goat.
Like a baby goat.
They're
Still a big
adorable.
volcano.
The one like the little dwarf goats that hop.
Oh, yeah.
Those are so cute. Anyhow,
He falls into flames.
those are just so adorable. Burst into flames. All right. So dexterity check, right? 16.
That'll make it.
Yay! All right. So I gotta go 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Hooray!
Right, you're on.
Party reunited.
All right, and that brings us to Tree.
Well, I was going to open the door for you, but
No, you're fine.
now I will. I think just.
Oh, I actually I could have used my cutting action for the second part of my movement. So for my actual action, I will dodge.
Okay.
Raise the.
Which I
holy
picture at you as breakdancing. It's like your
Yes.
dodge action. You start breakdancing, and it's not that you're harder to hit. It's just they're impressed. So like
Right,
I can't
like, wow.
hurt it. It's just I gotta
Right.
watch. I wanna
How
see.
can I destroy such artistry?
Exactly.
The actual name of the action is "Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Them."
Yeah.
So
Please hammer, don't hurt me.
right.
I will, raising the holy symbol of the radiant flower.
Am I making the saving throw?
Yes.
I have failed this saving throw. The cleric failed the saving throw. I'm just a neutral. I'm a disinterested party.
Partial judge.
5 points of radiant damage.
All right, so
We just want to feed you to the many faces.
That's it. Why do you feel here, right?
You can surrender.
When you say that, she goes pale and like this is becomes even more panicked and trying to claw the door open.
This is why you should not be the party face. Honestly.
All right,
I
so
don't
that
understand what you're talking
If
about.
only I hadn't been
Everybody
stuck
at
over
the
here.
Temple said I was so nice.
will stride
I'm not
up to
creepy
her.
at all.
drop my sword and drop your weapons. And
oh wait, you're saying that, not
yeah,
doing
I'm
that.
saying, yes.
I surrendered. You.
Makes no sense.
I
but
surrender. Go ahead and move up next to her. You're ready in action of such.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ready an action.
Okay.
And don't speak a word. And I ready an action. If she attacks or starts casting a spell, I will slice her.
Ooh, okay. Well then, you're gonna face a little bit. Oh wait, no, it's Rakesh's turn. The troll continues to sputter comically, but you can't see it now. Nor
Or hear it.
Yeah. So
Started
Rakesh.
doing charades. It's like, I want through the fire.
I shot a grappler.
Okay. Move yourself up.
Oh, right.
And
Strength check contested by her strength or dexterity check. This is
9.
3.
You're like,
No, the two of you have like a little slap fight. Like
Yeah, it's really awkward.
so-
You're like trying to grab her by like the head.
how do I don't. see
you're
what
like
I do.
wrapped around like her foot. Like, she's more like weirded out. Like, what are you trying to do?
This is uncomfortable.
Completely
What's that?
inappropriate.
Like, everyone's a little embarrassed.
Especially us.
Yeah. All right. So on her turn, she looks at you like and just uses her action to push the door open, fulfilling neither of your ready actions. Let's see, Wriggle, your turn.
Is that where the other troll is?
Yeah. 5 trolls.
Is there an exit
Like a
from the
clown
room?
car of trolls.
You're on the ground, like wrapped around her foot. You can kind of see. It looks like a bedroom, so you don't see anything out of the room. Wriggle.
Are there any decorations on the wall, like tapestries or paintings or anything like that?
There's a bunch of posters, like from Tiger Beats, are connected. No,
That
sorry.
makes perfect sense, actually. In the Mike Mearls version of Dungeons and Dragons, Tiger Beat is the most popular publication.
There are some torch sconces here, whatever they're called, with torches.
Scones.
Okay, so here's
Take an action.
I'm just gonna tell you what I'd like to do, and you can tell me if this is possible. What I'd like to do is move over to basically right here where the door is, push the door open, and then if I can use if I can stand in the safe zone and use if there's like a pole or something I can find over here to push the tumbled brazier.
Okay, so you're trying to get it.
Oh, actually, like the orcs had halberds, right?
Yeah.
Could I just like pick up one of those and?
Sure. Like, are you trying to clear a safe path for the troll?
No, I'm trying to push it to like here to force the troll.
Oh, okay. You want to scare the troll off? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Okay. So it's gonna take you. It's gonna be an action to grab. You'll be able to do it on your next turn because you have to kind of reach through the flames and fish out one of the glaives, and that's gonna take a little bit. Unless you're willing to take some fire damage, which I'm more than happy to give to you.
Well, I do have my cunning action I could use as well.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So I'll let you use your cunning action.
So basically,
fish it out.
Right.
Sure.
Like, use my cunning action to fish it out.
Give me a strength check to see how violently you're able to shove it toward the troll.
Okay.
Like, is it kind of?
A 9.
All right, yeah, you were able to start pushing toward it, but the troll doesn't seem to it's rearing back in the fire, but it doesn't seem like you've given it quite the encouragement yet.
Yeah, basically what I want to do is if I can push it to here.
Yeah, you can get it to there.
Okay, cool.
He kind of steps back, but
I have to be like
you're only able to move it kind of slowly, so the
That's
troll
fine.
just easily takes a step back.
I'm not really
Doesn't
trying
seem unnerved
to
yet.
frighten it so much as just keep it further at bay.
Though you do notice that the fire, there's only a finite amount of tapestry and oil in the room. It's starting to burn down a bit.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, that's what I do is I push it back.
Tree, your turn.
I just do the same thing and keep blasting her with my holy symbol.
All right. She
DC
will
16.
Fail the saving throw. Should we overpower her with holy energy?
8 points of radiant damage.
All right, she looks panicked. She's obviously in pain from your
It'll
attack.
be okay. We'll just take you to the many faces. I'm sure it just wants to talk.
All we want is your soul. What do you do?
Your soul.
All right, ABR, your turn.
I'm going to hit her over the head with the back of my blade.
All right, roll your attack.
That's where I would be. So I had to push the door open.
And that is a 1920 for 8 damage.
She staggers, but she's still standing.
I hit her again.
Yeah, you do.
I crit.
Oh, she collapses to the ground.
Good thought.
Physic, jog his memory.
I think I chugged it too hard.
The fire begins to burn down even more.
Guys, there's a troll over here.
There's no what?
A troll over here, and somewhat less fire than there was moments ago.
We should close the door. Maybe he didn't see
Is
us.
there a
I don't think that's very likely.
Is that actually there? That brazier?
No, it's just torches.
Carry it.
So, we might have only a few seconds.
Where did the troll come from?
I don't know.
I pull out and drink my potion of healing.
I pull out my potion of.
Hey, we're brothers.
You accidentally take the
On
longevity
the troll's
potion.
last turn, Wriggle, you could see the troll is now starting to make some exploratory steps toward the flames.
I was convinced it was an illusion.
Anything else you want to do? The door to the chamber is open. Remember. And you can just pull her miniature off the board. So
Maybe if we just hole up in the bedroom, it'll go away.
it's like a bad dream, or an angry tax collector. Anything else, Rakesh? Otherwise, it's Wriggle's turn next.
I'll move up next to Wriggle.
Okay, Wriggle's turn.
Oh, good. You hold down the fort. I go back into the room back there, and I actually want to search the room, see if I can find anything that resembles treasure, like any coins or gems,
Give me-
especially something like flashy. If I can find something
Give me an
flashy.
intelligence check.
19.
There is a chest back in the corner. It's kind of, I think it's depicted there.
You know what happened last time.
But you also notice that the stone in front of the directly in front of the chest, it's scratched, as if something has been maybe pushed or dragged or something around in here. And
The stone, sorry, the floor in front of the chest?
Floor in front
Okay.
of the chest. And the chest, it's locked, but it does jingle. You said you're searching for treasure, so it sounds like there's coins in there.
Okay. All right, so I had to move in there. I use my action to search.
That's your cunning action.
Is there bedding in there?
Could you move your miniature in there too? Just like,
Oh yeah, thank you. Is the chest look locked?
Yes, there's a big padlock right on it.
Regal, is there
stopped you?
treasure, or is there bedding in there?
Yes, but
Where that little rug is, there is like a bed in there. It's not on the printed on tiles, but
all right. That's
Anything
that's-
else?
And that basically has to be it.
you do still have your cunning action.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can really do with it.
All right. Tree.
Well, I guess I could try and pick the lock. Actually,
Search for a secret door, too.
And let another troll.
I can't. Search. I only have a certain number of or certain kinds of actions I can do, but I can
Okay.
use an
Go for
object,
it.
so I can use my thieves' tools.
Make your use your thieves tools. I believe it's a dexterity check.
Yeah.
Use your thieves tools.
Okay. Well, that's only an 11.
Yeah, it looks like the lock. It's a pretty durable lock, so you're not quite able to pick it yet.
That's fine.
Tree.
I just want to go in and grab like a carpet or any bedding that I can.
Sure.
Take it back to here and toss it in like
Sure.
the fire in this
Right.
area.
Position yourself next to Rakesh, because that's where you'll end up. Yeah, and so the flames flare up a little bit more. Look like you bought yourself some time. And the troll kind of takes another step back when it sees the flames. They're burning pretty quick. They're burning fairly quickly though. The sheets weren't very heavy. All right, that brings us to ABR.
Are there any more blankets in the room?
Now he pretty much grabbed them all up off the bed.
Okay, I will go to the other open door and I'm gonna cut, is there another polearm?
Yes.
So what I'd like to do is cut the polearm get the polearm and cut some of the tapestry if there's any that isn't burning, and try and tie it around the end of the weapon to have a
Oh, look, a
10-foot
burn.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to take you your action this
Yeah.
round and next round to get
Okay,
that done.
that's fine.
All right, that brings us to the troll. All right, well, but you threw some fuel in the fire, so it's still burning. But it looks like the troll's taking a couple more exploratory steps forward. Fire's starting to burn down some more, but luckily the extra fuels delayed its entrance. Rakesh.
I do nothing. Gonna wait.
All right, Wriggle.
All right, I'm gonna search over here by the wall. You said the floor was scuffed.
Right in front of the chest, yeah.
Right. I want to search for like a secret door or a trap door here.
Right, make an intelligence check.
Okay.
He's not too bright.
Okay, so yeah.
I rolled a 3, so a 4 is my total.
Yeah, so there's the treasure chest, and there's scuff marks right in front of the chest, and you'll be danged if you can figure out what you may have to do.
All right. In that case, I'd like to once again use my thieves' tools and try and pick the lock.
Okay, go for it.
Kind of action. Okay, that is a 19.
The lock pops open,
Okay.
and you see in the chest there is a couple bags, some spare robes. Looks like the sacks the way they're bulging are filled with coins.
All right, I will shout out to these guys. Guys, I found some coins. Do you think we could bribe the troll into going away? Do trolls
Have you
like
told
coins?
us about the scuff marks yet?
Nope.
It's your turn.
Also, some scuff marks.
Does it look like these tiger? Does it look like these tiger beats on the wall will burn?
They're pretty. You know one thing.
Gonna go up real quick.
There's, I mean, and also honestly, you take one look into the eyes of the fawns and are like, I could not burn you, the fawns. Like, how could I do that? Corey Haim and those, you just no way.
I start rolling them up to
Yeah.
take them home for
They're
my
actually
own
worth
personal
50 gold
collection.
pieces each.
Yeah. If you just find the right merchant willing to buy them. I will go in here, and I'm going to ask pointedly, is there any way out?
I will actually say, I'm not a complete idiot, right? I will. I'm not totally terrible at this game. I will say that I found some scuff marks on the floor. It looks like the kind of thing that you would expect from a secret door opening, or maybe like if something slid away from a secret trap door, but I couldn't find it.
What do you want to do? You still have your action.
I guess if I can search, I'll search. Otherwise, I'll take the coins, or I'll grab the coins.
Okay. Go ahead. You can make an intelligence check, sir.
Nope. looks good. I don't see anything. 9.
Okay, you kind of look at her like scuff marks in front of the chest. Like this is
Why would there be
science is of no use here. You're completely baffled by what
She will-
you might need to do.
11.
Okay.
Perhaps
Right.
the cleric just walks around with metal boots.
ABR, your turn.
I finish up the weapon.
All right, so you got a nice burning brand. Okay, the troll. All right, fires are just about burned down. It looks like maybe at the end of its next turn, it's going to come walking in.
Have a
Rakesh.
Hail, mighty troll!
We're doomed.
Kind of looks over at you.
He's turned on us.
Presumably
As you can see, we are mighty, but we are willing to let you live. We will even send you away from here with a treasure.
Oh, that perks up a little bit.
Just give us a second for that halfling to bring the treasure out here.
Uncomfortable beat. Like, wait.
Well, what do you expect? The troll can't talk right now.
Oh, he can't
What are
hear
you
me.
waiting?
Did the silence
No,
end?
it does growl because it looks like the silence went away when
Okay.
the got
Like
locked
clear
on
died.
it. So it kind of points at you and says,
So it can hear our bribery. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
all right,
Quick, bring out the coins.
Wriggle, your turn.
Okay, so here's what we would like to do. Basically,
Bring out the
we
coins.
want him to help me search. So what I'm going to do is wait until he goes so he can help me, and then I will search.
I'll just say he's helping you now. Just go ahead.
Okay, cool. Super.
Now, what are you searching for?
A secret door or trap door.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna find this thing. 12.
You could just move the chest.
What? Yes. Okay. Fine.
You don't have to. I mean,
Yeah,
Do
no.
we say in the rules like because I basically describe like hey,
Well,
discover- could you
so-
just, I tried moving the chest. Oh hey, you see something like where do we do?
right.
I mean,
No,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
thought it was a small, I thought it was just a chest
I
like
know,
this.
it's a pretty
big.
good size
Oh.
chest. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was another small
It's
chest.
fucking
Like
right
the
I
there.
had a failure of communication.
Yeah. I thought.
Look at that thing.
Well.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
that's the bed.
bed,
It's
yeah.
on me.
So I was thinking it was another one of the small
Right.
chests. You know, like the chest that held the troll
yeah, no,
previously.
I thought that was a giant treasure chest. I'm like, what? Okay, no.
Okay, now communication problems aside, can I just move the chest?
You can just move the chest. There's a trapdoor beneath the chest.
I shout out, guys, I'm gonna need some help carrying these sacks of gold out to the troll. Wink.
You're not supposed to say wink.
Anchors the check. Troll
I
kind
can
of-
confirm he winked.
I'm very charismatic and also a thief, so.
All right, yeah.
27.
He kind of like folds like, oh great, I'm getting my treasure.
Yeah, that's right.
So that brings us to a tree you assisted, ABR.
I back away and look in the room because I'm the strong one to see what.
You see a trapdoor on the floor. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
destroy.
The world has been. Are we still on camera?
Trevor?
Yes.
You are back on camera.
James just lashed out and punched the camera. Fist of fury, getting a little too into the monk roll.
If I can go and help open the trapdoor, I will.
Sure, okay.
I'll drop my flaming weapon on the in the corner where that flaming area
It
is.
looks like you can get over there. Yeah, it looks like you can get over there and open the trapdoor.
Yep.
You see a ladder heading down into darkness.
I
Come along, gents.
push my brother down. I mean, I start climbing up.
All right, do you bring the cleric with you? At this point, I'm
Yes,
just
I
ready to
pick
go.
up the cleric and go down the stairs with him in my arms.
All right, yeah. Tree. Okay. Well, at this point, the troll is out there waiting for its reward. It's going to take it a bit. We're at about 10 of, so I'm going to call it there.
Okay.
Presumably at this stage, then there would still be, but I don't know if we're going to play. Trevor, are we going to play D&D again next week, or are we doing a board game next week?
Next week is D&D, and then the week after is Scoundrels.
Because we'll probably do at this stage, like there's a small enough unit left that I could just at this point presumably you'd go back to the cult with the cleric and then figure out something. But it's really only that one last scene from this adventure. So maybe we'll run something different next week or have someone else DM.
Yeah.
Someone else play. But yeah, okay. So you're able to skedaddle. It's an escape tunnel that leads to the grounds of the temple, and the troll waits like a minute or so before it braves the fire, and by then the tunnel's too small for it to fit. So mission accomplished.
Hey.
Presumably, when you make the deal, whatever happens, if it goes south, whatever, you're able to find the location of the nearby slave stockades,
Epilogue,
and the number of
epilogue.
slaves. But then, unfortunately, you all invest your money in a terrible, terrible pyramid scheme and lose all your money and you're destitute. Yeah.
That's how I lost my riverboat. You know, I said I lost in a horrible riverboat accident. It was actually a pyramid scheme.
Pyramid schemes, they're just fun.
And I invested with my brothers, so.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Of course.
That's what family's for.
Do we have any questions?
Yeah, we had a few problems.
Okay, hold on. Before we start with the questions, I have to come to Greg's defense just a little bit here. I didn't before because it was hilarious, but I have to come to Greg's defense a little bit here. One of the reasons why we often stumble over like the mechanics and stuff in here is that we are actually playing with a version that is older than what we're actually working on right now, right? I mean, we're working a couple of iterations ahead, so we have to pause and ask, like, is that how this still works? Because things are constantly changing, and this is we're using the rules that are in Ghost of Dragonspear Castle, like that version.
And for me, I run a home game. Actually, run 2 home games, but we are using the public playtest material. So
which is even further back than that, right? So
And in my defense, I just love to mock rules.
well, that's fair. That is
and
fair.
actually, me personally,
But yeah, I mean,
ever since I was editor 2,
yeah.
whose name you didn't know,
But at any given
I kept
time,
calling you Bill, didn't I, when you first started?
possibly. Yeah.
Because someone next is Bill's Lynn. I thought Bill's Lynn. Like I didn't know.
Bill's Gregland.
Bill's
yeah.
Gregland.
So anyway,
But anyways, we're at any given time we're working with a couple different versions of the rules. So I wanted to make it clear that
Thank you, Rob.
the reason that happens is because we have to sort of juggle things. And like all week, we've been working on a version that's further along than this. So.
hey, I had no idea how when you were asking me like the 8 and nothing, I'm like,
Well, right.
does that work? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is that we have effectively a couple different versions of that we deal with at any given time.
So what I also want to do with this session was kind of show off how like if you're like, hey, here's a big
Set piece.
the set piece fight, like the kind of climactic battle of the adventure, miniatures. I mean, basically, we just used our rules as written, just using a grid to keep track of things.
Yeah.
But stuff like difficult terrain, the doors requiring an action, it's all just basically in the rules right
Yeah.
now. Or like most doors don't require an action pro, but these up here, to make it more interesting, they're heavier, so you do have to waste an action trying to get out. And then just trying to instead of just trying to describe to the players like, hey, there's some braziers, there's a tapestry, and the altar. Trying to do the thing of, I'll just put these up here to remind the players when you're thinking, hey, what can I do? And you think, well, here are the 4 notable things in the room.
Right.
So I could just think of, maybe I'll try using those. From my end, I modified this a bit from the original adventure. I figured as written, it would be a pretty tough fight for the characters, especially considering they just fought the orc before.
Yeah.
So I kind of threw the thing of the braziers, and if you were clever, the troll was essentially shrunken down by magic and hidden in the chest.
The troll was in the chest? Okay, yeah.
Exactly. So
Because see, what I was thinking was that she had cast silence on the chest, and that was the source of the silence spell.
yeah,
If
no,
only
she-
we could have dispelled the shrinking spell while it was still in the chest.
Well, so here's the funny thing.
would've been-
My first instinct was actually to grab the chest and throw it at her to keep her from
Which would've been
casting
kinda
spells. Because then the troll would have popped up, and I don't know if it would have
But
attacked her or not.
It was cool having the troll while also setting up an encounter that had like featured fire and this tapestry, because it really kind of encouraged creative problem solving.
exactly.
We should probably answer some questions.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get us back on track here or anything, but
The one funny thing with the troll is since he was kind of a slave, like he'd been trapped in here. If you had thrown it at her, it actually would have gone well for you because he would have just attacked people at random.
Sure.
Just like he just woke up and he's mad, so he's
Right.
just gonna start clawing it.
all right.
I still want a little tiny troll that I could
All right.
take
A
around.
miniature troll.
Yeah,
That would be awesome,
right.
actually.
So what kind of questions? Do we have?
Opulence.
All right, first one
Maybe I-
was there. What are the orcs? I believe had an ability that did, like you said, 8 points of damage and then it knocked somebody prone.
Yeah, that's just in the. I think that might be an older version of a fighter ability because it
Are
was just
you
in the stat
using
block.
the conversion notes for the A
Yes,
series?
I'm using
That's
conversion
stuff
notes.
that Chris Sims worked on a few months ago, so you can blame him. No, because it is from he worked on that back in May, so that
Yeah.
might be it.
So I think it's just an element from an old fighter concept we had that we aren't really.
Yeah, that's in the monsters as a monster ability.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah.
And then, Greg, you used something to increase the DC when you presented your holy symbol, or
Yeah, the version of the cleric I'm using has its spellcasting bonus is incorporated in so that you get a bonus if you actually present the holy symbol. And Ron, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think the idea is that if you're running around with like shield and weapon, you can switch, and when you're turning undead or you're casting a spell, it creates more of the spellcasting.
Well, basically what we did was we said that that to get your spellcasting bonus to your DC, you got to have your holy symbol out, or you got to have a wand or something if you're a mage, right? And the idea being that, like, a fighter's got to have his sword, so the cleric needs to have his holy symbol for the casting. Although I do think that we say that you can have your holy symbol on your shield as well. So
Or just hanging around your neck.
Or
You
just
just
hanging
have
around
to
your-
present it, so it's not something that you hide. But
yeah. But if it was, if you were captured and it was all taken away from you, you would be at something of a disadvantage. Just like if the fighter gets his sword taken away from him, he's at a bit of a disadvantage as well.
All right.
Well,
Got a few more. Monk maneuvers seem to be class abilities now, at least to some extent, like missile or flurry of blows. People were wondering about key abilities and how often those are coming out.
So Flurry of Blows in the latest version of the Monk has been... No, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So I can make 2 attacks all the time just because I'm effectively doing 2-weapon fighting. I can spend key to do a Flurry of Blows to make extra attacks.
Okay.
there are some changes to the maneuver. I mean, in that they're not there really. I mean, they are class abilities.
And like we did, I think in a recent iteration we put Step of the Wind in there as just something that all monks get, because we got a lot of feedback that people really like being highly mobile and being able to move around a lot. That was sort of something that felt very, very much a part of the monk itself, not just a choice within the monk. So just like Flurry of Blows is something we feel like is, this is kind of essential to being a monk. We are experimenting with giving Step of the Wind out as well to make sure the monk stays highly mobile.
James, you get some special abilities based on the type of monk you chose to be, right?
I chose the Way of Open Hand, which gives me... so if I were the other monk path, the Way of whatever, I could spend up to 2 key to make extra attacks. Because I'm Way of the Open Hand, I can spend 3.
Right, because you're focused on basically hand-to-hand martial arts.
And Slow Fall is also part of my Way of Open Hand.
Do you spend key for that, or is that automatic?
For Slow Fall?
Yeah,
I can automatically reduce damage by 5 as a reaction when I fall, or I can spend a key point to reduce it by 25.
Okay, cool.
So I was a little hampered in this fight because I blew all my key in our last fight and we didn't get a short rest.
You touched on the other questions, multi-attacks. Do some of the classes get multi-attacks now, like the fighter doing more each round, stuff like that?
The level 5 ability for the fighter is I now do 2 attacks. That started the same time that a wizard is getting fireball. So it's, this is the time when that class starts kicking ass. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. And then like failing checks and degrees of success. I don't know if that came into play in this game, like when Rodney was checking for the picking the lock on the chest. Is that something where you can use degrees of success, or?
Yeah, that'd be something that's more under the DM's purview rather than being a core part of the system. So you notice when he wanted his character to skitter across the wall, I used a degree of success mechanic saying, hey, it's 15. If you get a 20, I'm going to give you advantage on your next attack because you move so quickly you catch your opponent off guard. And even that's more of a DMing thing. Like, I think what we would say is, look, what kind of DM are you? Do you like this little finesse, being able to introduce degrees of success and things like that? Not every DM wants to use it. And I think that's what I want to be able to do is, and I think what we want to be able to do is give DMs a lot of different tools, so you have different DMing styles and different approaches to things. Even the thing like telling RD, hey, you can use your action, then you're safe. If you want to save your action, then you have to make a check.
Right.
Giving players those options and kind of using that if you're the DM in the group, you want a little more tactical choice and little feelings of I can choose how I want to do things. That's kind of like the mode I was in for running this session, because essentially you're having the one big fight that takes a significant. We were playing for about an hour and a half just this fight, right? Yeah. I know that was by design, saying this is a big, huge fight, make it textured, nuanced, a kind of a miniature story just happening on the battlefield.
Was anybody tracking rounds? Does anybody know how many rounds that went?
Would have been smart.
Yeah.
If only we had some record so we could go back.
I'll go back and watch it later. I'm just curious, but it was a multi. We all took a lot of actions, right? And so I do think this was a good example of you using a lot of tools. Like I think even the important objects in the room is a kind of DM tool that we want to put in people's hands, so that when you create the set piece fight, you have those options available to you.
Yeah. And you imagine if you like tactical combat end of D&D, you might just design your entire dungeon that way.
Right.
Or an entire adventure, right? With
Right.
like the 3 or 4 set piece fights, and that's going to be your adventure.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're aiming for. Use a very simple core system and try to aim at like DMing techniques and like bringing things that off of the character sheet that alter the nature of the game.
Yeah.
So you can just look as a DM, this is how I like to run things, this is my signature style. And this is how I want to present it. Because you can imagine we could have run this fight without miniatures, without any of the fancy stuff. The train just had it kind of straight up like we're just going to fight, and theater of the mind, and it would have been different. And I think that's an important thing. I think it'd be interesting to run the same fight with a different group without using miniatures and the other props
And see what happens.
It probably would have taken less time, but it would have been a lot less textured.
Yeah.
So that's the sacrifice. I mean, you can have a textured fight, or you can have a quick fight.
Yeah, and that's obviously a big point of emphasis with the rule set is we want people, DMs, specifically DMs, to feel like authors in the sense of here's how I want to run my campaign, rather than here's like there's gonna be a baseline where like especially if you're a new DM, well, so this is how you start with, but that's kind of like learning how to paint, and then once you master the basics, then you go ahead and start breaking the rules and doing different stuff, and really encouraging that for DMs to have their individual creative voice in their sessions and their campaigns. Yeah. They're really elevating DMing to an art form in some ways.
It also helps them determine where they want to invest their time. Like a lot of DMs are really going to kind of plan out every encounter, whereas other DMs might spend more of their time fleshing out their NPCs or doing things that are more role-play focused.
Exactly.
One more question then. It goes along with the multi-attacks. Did we remove the ability for like fighters to do more damage? Like I don't know if that was expertise dice that we had, or if we had some other ability at the time.
So we have a couple of things that allow the fighter to increase their output. So there are a couple of different builds of the fighter, and I'm playing the one that is most suitable for me as a player. I'm a bit of a watcher, so I like to have more passive abilities. So that's why I've improved critical, something that I don't necessarily have the choice. There are other builds that will be far more complex. But what I do have is action surge, where I can basically take another action, and that's how we sort of do the big exciting fighter turn. Unfortunately, much like James's key abilities, I used that last session, and I didn't have it this encounter.
But we made a strategic choice not to try and rest, right?
Yeah.
I think what they're referring to might be the deadly strike mechanic that we had previously.
Yeah.
Basically, what we've done is we've opted to go with multiple attacks instead of deadly strike, partially because of just the simplicity of making an attack always means the same thing.
Yeah.
But I also think it makes the fighter a little more versatile, so that they can just do more things. And it also means that if you're fighting creatures that are weaker than you, and I use my attack and kill one, then I can still use my attack and kill another one, instead of like, okay, well, I did 40 points of damage to this guy, but he had 3 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't have that sort of blow through, right? You get a little more likelihood that you actually get your damage out.
And in general, the more complex, almost like maneuvers or powers-driven fighters are doing more like conditions or special effects rather than extra damage. Because I think we've just found in playtesting that extra damage is just so hard to argue with compared to like knocking someone prone. That we'd rather just say, look, we're just going to bake the damage into all the fighters.
Right. Yeah.
So my lack of maneuvers is replaced by improved critical, basically.
That's pretty much it. Unless you guys have other stuff we want to talk about. Well, if you guys want to talk about the druid and any changes that might be coming to the druid, I'm sure people would love to hear about that.
Yeah, I think it's a little off topic.
Yep.
Right now.
Okay.
But we should have new material for people soon.
Yep.
Few weeks.
I actually have a question for you guys. How did you feel as far as the threat? Did you guys feel like
I was worried.
I was at 1 hit point the whole fight.
I think we really used almost all of our daily resources.
I was out. I was out basically.
I had channel divinity left, and that was it.
I put myself in a bad position early on because I wasn't really thinking about the 3 of them ganging up on me. I was really more thinking about like, okay, I'm going to get this guy, and then my buddies are going to move up and help me. So I put myself in a bad position, and I paid for it, and that was just me making a poor decision. I did have the evasion ability, which lets me have the damage from a melee or a ranged attack, which is pretty awesome for a rogue, but it uses your reaction. So I could only do that once, and so basically I was playing kind of from behind the 8 ball the entire session, which which definitely made things harder.
It didn't help that I was so slowed down and wasn't able to get out there to observe the damage until after you got there.
Yeah, yeah. What I like, hindsight being 2020, what I probably should have done is spent my first round dodging, let him move up to the orc, and then go in and help.
Yeah.
Because what I was trying to do was basically help to give him advantage. Well, he crits more often, so that advantage is more likely to trigger a crit, and that's sort of what I was thinking was like to do the sort of teamwork thing between the two of us. But I didn't time it right, and I sort of hurt myself. But I think threat-wise, it was pretty tough, but if I hadn't smashed this, it also changes a lot as well, right? Because without the troll at my back, I probably don't take the risk swinging around here, right? And I probably just sit back and wait on people to get near my allies and plink at them with my short bow. So I definitely increased the difficulty for myself. But that's okay, because all the elements of that were here, right? It just happened that way, right?
So it seems like one thing we could have done to have made it easier would have been like to knock the priestess onto the altar or something like that. I mean, we that got her to move, but it wasn't the same as if we had actually like knocked her so that she had to make that saving throw.
And there's a little bit of what I try to do with the burning things was say, look, if you just knock them over where they are, like you can do 1 square for free. That's actually another example of the margin of success kind of thing of you can move it 1 square for free, you can move it further with a check. So if you try to like get all the orcs or the cleric in there, you might be roasting the cleric, but then the troll has a clear path, things like that. So.
I did like how the orcs also use the terrain power of the brazier. Like
you're all sitting next to it, so I'm like, hey, you should go over.
Well, and that's good though, right? I mean, it was a good example of this terrain piece you put in play, making things more interesting by the monsters interacting.
Yeah, it's also helpful for the DM to have that sort of terrain because, like, if we had been just doing theater of the mind, you've got a lot of other things to remember. Yeah. It might not have occurred to you to actually have the orc throw that down.
Yeah, exactly. I liked the putting the reminders out here. I don't know if that was helpful for you guys, but I hope it kind of like just kept those in the back of your mind as like the important things to think of in terms of terrain. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes, especially verbally, it's hard to, like, you don't want to be like, do you do anything with the chandelier? Do you do anything with the chandelier? Like, you don't want to, but as a DM, you're like, oh, but it's the cool toy I gave you guys. So.
But people need a reminder, right? And especially because the terrain that's on there is not a one-to-one match with what was actually in the room, right? Like, there wasn't a giant glowing circle in the middle, and there's not
that we found.
There's not a bunch of fire over there, right? Yeah. It was not a one-to-one correlation, so that was really good.
Yeah, I found the dice actually really helpful. I couldn't see the tapestry.
Oh, yeah, it's part of it's just, the way we were. Yeah, I didn't want to put the screen in front
of
the
tapestry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Once again, reminding you that by watching this, you've agreed to our online playtesting agreement. And I don't think we swore. So
no, we were good.
We were G-rated.
So we were PG.
For us, PG. PG.
He dropped an A-bomb.
Oh. Well, we're allowed one of those, right? Can you get G in Adams?
I don't think.
Is there such a thing as an A-bomb?
No, there's not. Yeah.
There's also.
Oh, shucks.
We were way too immature to be G-rated.
Also, some people getting burned alive, so that probably puts you in.
Right. Massacring.
Damn, people get burned alive.
Yeah. How many people did that movie scar?
Me.
Plus, there were some glaives, so it probably gives us a PG right there.
That's right.
Pole arms, like.
Yeah.
Kids can't be exposed to that. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Rated PG for epic fantasy violence.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Have fun.